All right, here we are.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yes, the Christmas special. Industry Heat in the heart of winter.
Ah,
Almost.
it's Christmas. Got a
It's
gift
Christmas.
already.
We did, yes. Yeah, I wasn't able to see Avatar this weekend because I was busy watching Arcanes take care of business at College Station.
Canes. The U
It is all about the you, my friend.
gave it to him.
Yeah, yeah. I know this again, not a sports podcast, but this was cinema. What's unfolding
It was a
now
movie.
in college sports. It is definitely something for the ages, I think. Legends are being made, I think, between
Yes.
Malachi Tony, Fitzgerald on the defense, the freshmen, the young bloods coming through,
Bane. The
Bain,
Fletch.
Mesidor, Fletcher. My gosh. And then, of course, the wily veteran Carson Beck just trying to hold it all together, not throw an interception in the 100-mile-an-hour winds up in College Station. Wow, what a windy day.
Bane blocked.
Man, yeah, and no one will ever remember that our kicker missed 3 field goals because we won the game.
Yeah. Well,
Not his fault. That
he
thing was
hit the one that
crazy.
counted.
He hit the one that counted. Yes, he absolutely did hit the one that counted.
Yeah,
So
so with double canes over here, you
yes,
was back.
that's right. It is definitely back, and it is definitely Christmas time. So got some little elves running around already.
Around this Christmas. Christmas and New Year's, we're around this
Yes,
area, so
the holiday special here at
this
Screen
is
Heat
the
Miami.
this is the holiday special. I'm
Yes,
Kevin Sharpley,
I'm JL Martinez.
and our sponsors,
Yes,
Kajik Multimedia,
yes, and Chemical
Miami Media and Film Market.
and Cinevision.
So let's get this vision going.
Yes, let's pop it
We
off. What
got
do we
the
got?
Eye on Netflix.
Yes, yes. Succession in real life drama continues.
Man, it's big bucks. What's gonna happen
I
every
don't know.
day, every week?
I don't
Just
know.
when you, just when you thought you had it, they keep pulling them back in.
Right. Yes, yes. And I don't think that the Paramount contingent is going to let up anytime soon.
No,
This is kind of breaking news for today that apparently now the senior Ellison, Larry, the father of the Paramount chief David, is personally guaranteeing around $40.4 billion for the deal now. Yes,
Daddy Ellie,
yes,
Big
he's going.
Ellie.
Yes, that's big money and hard to turn away, even if Warner Brothers was already sort of in bed with Netflix. I think that's a big number now. That makes it if it wasn't a serious offer before, like that's a big one.
Big Ellie, Big Smelly. Gonna drop the dough if you really. Daddy Ellie ain't playing, man.
Yeah,
He's like, son, move over.
yeah,
40
take it
B, boom.
right. Yeah,
That's crazy.
he's there. It's a high stakes game, and they're playing to win for sure. So
Yeah, I mean, it was just last week that David Zaslav was given Netflix the tour of the studio. The CEO of Netflix, Ted,
yeah,
is getting the tour. It seemed like it was in the bag. And
yes,
Netflix got the bag. It's not like they don't have the money
yeah,
either.
yeah.
I think it was like an 85% cash deal they were dropping. But Big Ellie came in. It's like,
Yeah, he came in with
put on some daddy cash.
mm,
So let's see how this goes down. I mean, I'm not sure if anything, you never know. People they can get kind of grinchy at Christmas. Maybe they're going to try to push it over before 2026. They're like, I got to get this in a
yeah.
bag, before 2026. But I don't see anything happening until January.
Yeah, I mean, look, boards have to meet, meetings have to happen, lawyers have to get involved, finance people, banks, there's so much, to consider that it feels like, yeah, this is definitely going to play into 2026 at least, and all this kind of back and forth to see where Warner's finally lands. Will it be over at the Big Red N, or will it move over to the Skydance group with Paramount? So
Yeah.
we'll see. What
Well,
happens.
I just looked it up. Larry Ellison is worth $393 billion.
Yeah, yeah, it's him and Elon, right? They always go back and forth, right? First, second richest person in the world, depending on the quarter. But this is big money talk right here. This is something that, which is surprising. I guess there are a couple of bids where they had a lot of Middle Eastern and these different kind of like funds, right, that are involved. And so the big question was, well, if the Ellisons, why aren't they putting more than the 12 billion, I think, originally? And so now it looks like they're stepping it up even more to really try to secure this deal if they can. And
Yeah. I mean, Netflix, their market cap is 440 billion.
right,
So I
right,
guess it's the battle of the pockets. Let's see how it lies.
yeah,
We already know that Netflix, they're already in their bag for a studio they're building in New Jersey. They just broke ground. It's $950 million studio. I guess
yeah,
that is nothing. That's a drop in the bucket to them.
right,
But it is going to increase their bottom line because,
yes,
you know, many sound stages on that lot, restaurants. It's like a mixed use thing there, and so they'll be
yeah.
able to crank a lot of content out with having to rely on other factions. So
They're building the boxes in Jersey.
yeah, Jersey's going off though, man, because Lionsgate they have $125 million studio there. I
Yeah, yeah.
mean,
It's one of the most competitive incentives in the country right now, and a lot of big shows are choosing New Jersey over and other ones. I think part of it being the accessibility to the talent out of the New York, greater New York area as well, and Jersey has a long history. Remember The Sopranos, a bunch of great shows that get shot out of Jersey. Even though they shot a lot at a lot of Sopranos stage work was done in New York, I believe, at Silver Cup Studios. But obviously, most of the location stuff was done in Jersey. So, rich history of filmmakers and talent at the what is it, the Garden State?
yes, yes, it is the Garden State, but New York is not to be outdone. De Niro and his team,
Sure.
they just finished their $1 billion studio over there. So
Mm, yeah.
I don't know, man. It looks like the industry is booming. A lot of people were talking about the decline of the industry, but the box office is doing okay. I mean, Gen Z, Gen Z, their attendance is up.
Hmm.
And so
Yeah.
their attendance is up 25% according to the rap. And
Right.
so it's not like these studios are going to go. I think the studios over in LA are 63% occupancy, but I think that has less to do with whether the projects are available and more to do with they're kind of recalibrating their incentive programs and these kind
Yeah.
of things.
Mm,
There's a lot of studios really happening, and so the industry is doing okay.
yeah.
One marker of that, Zootopia, which shot up very fast,
Yes.
$1.27 billion so far.
Oof. Yeah, that's a big one. That one I did see, saw it with the kiddos, and they loved it. It's obviously they remember the characters from the original one, and it was a lot of fun. So I think it's Disney kind of getting back to its roots a little bit. But that one, I think it defied even expectations. It did really well overseas, and it's just they're kind of riding that wave. There's supposed to be a new attraction in Walt Disney World, I think, opening up in one of their parks there at what is it, the the zoo park over there at King of
The zoo
Zootopia.
park.
I call it the Zoo Animal Kingdom,
Uh,
the zoo park. They're going to have Zootopia now,
yeah,
and
nice.
so that they're definitely thinking, already about the experiential stuff that's going to become. And now that the fact that this movie was such a massive hit, even more so, they're going to capitalize on that.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the first one many times because I have a 5-year-old, but I mean, I saw it. Okay, I saw it for myself too, but yeah, I saw that one many times. I haven't had a chance to see the second one. It's been out only 3 weeks, three
Yeah,
weeks with those huge numbers, and as you said, it did well in China. A lot of
yeah,
these movies have been trying to crack China. Might be one little small issue that derails the entire movie, but Zootopia did it, and it's still moving up. So, you got to give it up for Zootopia. Um, Avatar,
Mm,
Fire and Ash.
yes.
Avatar Fire and Ash is up to about 345 million.
Hmm.
So,
Right.
I think that their box office, they have to make about 2 billion in order for them to kind of hit that mark that they need to hit.
Break
But
even point.
uh,
2 billion.
yeah, just a little $2 billion.
Right.
But you know, James Cameron always has a way of pushing things through, and he has this whole holiday season to get
Yeah.
this and make this happen. So I'm
Yes. Yes.
confident that they're looking at some pretty good things there. Um, we have to look at some big legacy IP going
Mm.
overseas now. Snoopy.
Yes, that's a big deal. That acquisition, the big Peanuts IP, which is responsible for some holiday animated classics, right? Going over to Sony, which doing a lot of interesting things in the animation space. Obviously, the big hit with Demon Hunters, the Spider Verse. Now they're adding Peanuts to that. Maybe there'll be some kind of K-pop Peanuts Spider Verse down the road.
Spider Man on Snoopy fighting demons.
Right.
That,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, it is an IP war. And we could see this. We
Yeah.
talked about Netflix. We talked about whether it's going to go to Warner Brothers or Paramount and how those particular ecosystems work.
Yes.
Netflix could, use the studios, but they could really use that IP, the indelible IP.
Yes. Yes, they can.
So
Yes, they can.
that's what it always boils down to. This kind of
Yeah.
IP battle. Who was going to win with legacy IP? And then, there is some pretty big IP being created,
Yeah.
winning awards. We
Mm.
mentioned K-pop Demon Hunters. They feel like it's a shoe-in for the Oscars. I think so too.
I
I
think
t-
so. Look, it's popularity, but I think the style that they brought to it, it was very stylized, and it kind of had a different kind of feel to it. I definitely think that it's a contender. Obviously, what does the Academy think about a Netflix movie? Technically, I know they did do some theatrical, and
they
they
did
brought back
theatrical.
the sing along version back in theaters that did well, but in the classic sense of a theatrical animated feature, does it really hit the mark like, your Disney movies or, Pixar or whatever, or even the Spider-Man movies? That does it really kind of operate on that same level?
I loved
Or
them. I think it
yeah,
does. Number
great
one
movies. It's
songs.
just yeah,
Yeah, we may
but
have to.
yeah,
We may have to watch the sequel to K-pop Demon
yeah.
Hunters if it's going to hit the Oscars. Going to watch it on YouTube.
There you go. It might be. Yeah, we're gonna watch the Oscars on YouTube. So, as I said before, the times they are a changing, my friend.
2029 Oscars moving to YouTube. That's crazy.
I know. Yeah. Now they're competing with Mr. Beast and PewDiePie. And
Oh, not PewDiePie, man. Not PewDiePie. But that is big news, though. I mean, the Oscars moving to YouTube. Who would have thought that even a few years ago?
yeah,
It's crazy.
it is crazy. And I mean, I kind of like it only in the sense that it was under ABC and Disney for so long, and you kind of felt like, was that a little bit like, conflict of interest, right? When you had Disney competing for Oscars, they're also paying to televise the Oscars, basically, or whatever. It kind of makes you feel like this kind of separation between Disney and the Oscars, that it really kind of, I think it's more fair. I think they're going to have a bigger audience, huge. So, we talked about being the biggest screen or the most popular screen in the world. That it could be actually a big boon in terms of audience participation.
Yeah, and YouTube skews younger, so you get a younger audience in there. I'm sure they'll make it quicker, hipper, fun. Not that the last Oscars was not, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. It definitely is a sign of the times. But I did want to mention before we sign off one of my favorite shows. Actually, I mentioned two. Andor, Andor is nominated heavily for the upcoming Golden Globes, and um, I'm all for it. That was one of my favorite shows of the year. But now, up and coming and in the running, another one of my favorite shows of the year is Pluribus. Pluribus, which is on Apple TV. So, Pluribus is Apple TV's most watched show ever. And I have to say, it's an incredible show. It's a novel concept. Uh, I think this show has everything. Um, I strongly recommend it. It's by Vince Gilligan, who uh, people know him from the good old Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, which is the sequel to Breaking Bad. What do we call this sequel? It's kind of the parallel, you know, to Breaking Bad, which came after Breaking Bad, and then you have Rhea Seehorn, who was one of the stars of Better Call Saul. She's the main character. Oftentimes, she's the only character of Pluribus, and she really carries it. I mean, what a tremendous actress. Um, Number one show on Apple TV for a reason. I strongly recommend it. So
There you go. Must
yeah,
watch over the holiday season. Streamed at
much
Apple TV.
must watch. So we gave you a couple of movies. Make sure you see these movies. Um, we'll have a wrap up after 2025 of our favorites from
Yes.
2025, both TV shows and movies. But for now, I'm Kevin Sharpley,
I'm Joe Martinez.
and this is Screen Heat Miami, our Industry Heat, the last one of the year.
Yes.
We're signing off. Go Canes.
Go Canes. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad.
There you go. Boom.
Dale.